LNS is here for you with 6 News this morning.
Good morning, Mid-Michigan. Thank you for waking up with us. It's Sunday, February 13th. The time is 8 o'clock. I'm Michael Thomas, and we're here for you now with this morning's top stories. We begin this morning at the Canadian border. The truckers' protest in Canada against vaccine mandates has snowballed into an intense international standoff. And this weekend, police officials moved in and cleared protesters from the Ambassador Bridge. CBS News correspondent Chris Van Cleve is here for you now with more.
The Ambassador Bridge is responsible for 1/4 of the trade between the U.S. and Canada. Canada is America's largest trading partner. This is the protest that has kept that bridge shut down for 6 days now, something the police would like to see change.
Breaking down the border blockade. With Canadian police slowly moving in, anti-vaccine mandate protesters started clearing out Saturday, blasting their horns on the way. Angry stragglers stayed behind, confronting police.
Who are you protecting?
We're just as passionate about our Bill of Rights and in this country as you are about yours.
The law enforcement action follows a court order for protesters to move away from the Ambassador Bridge. The key border crossing carries 10,000 commercial vehicles a day between the U.S. and Canada, transporting about $325 million worth of goods. The now 6-day blockade has disrupted auto plants in Canada and several states. Analysts estimate it's cost car makers $700 million and counting.
So they have not caused mass outages just yet, but I think we're on the brink of them having that effect.
This is the third weekend of protests that began with a cross-country trucker convoy rolling into Canada's capital, Ottawa, bolstered by anti-vaccine groups.
The government needs to quit mandating stuff.
Protesters have also disrupted the border crossing at Coutts, Alberta, just across from Montana. The blockades have been condemned by the trucking industry and called illegal by Canada's Prime Minister. Bruce Heyman is the former U.S. ambassador to Canada.
There was no expectation that this group of people who were legitimately protesting would be radicalized by extremists, and they are being encouraged now quite actively, almost daily, by some extremists within the United States.
Even if this border blockade is short-lived, analysts say it could take automakers months to catch up. And of course, there remains concerns about similar protests starting on the U.S. side of the border. Chris Van Cleve, CBS News, Windsor, Ontario, Canada.
And sticking with COVID-19 mandates, starting tomorrow, students at Jackson Public Schools will no longer be required to wear a mask. Superintendent Jeff Beals says mask wearing will now be optional, and this is due to COVID-19 cases decreasing in the community. However, masks will still be required while riding the school bus, and in addition, the district says it'll maintain its 5-day quarantine policy for anyone that tests positive with the virus. And we've got a reminder for drivers. Tomorrow, construction will begin to the removal of a bridge over in Meridian Township. Now, the work is being done on the Okemos Road Bridge, which goes over Red Cedar River. Now, that's between Mount Hope and Clinton Street. Crews will begin replacing the nearly 100-year-old bridge with a single-span bridge. Now, officials say there will be a path for pedestrians to cross over and underneath the bridge, both connecting Ferguson and Wanch Parks. Southbound traffic will be detoured, sending drivers over to Grand River Avenue, Dobie Road, and Jolly Road. Officials say northbound traffic will maintain through the construction, which is expected to last until November. And tomorrow is the big day. It's Valentine's Day, which means many people are all talking about love. And Attorney General Dana Nessel says love is great, but remember, don't be fooled. You want to protect your heart and your pocketbook. Nessel says dating services online can lead to more than just romantic encounters. It can lead to people being exploited for money, an issue her office says happens often this time of the year. According to an FBI report, romance scams are the leading cause of financial loss behind internet-related scams. As a reminder, the AG's office says do not give out money to anyone that you haven't met. Scammers are smart and they'll play on your emotions just to get some cash. So remember, be careful when you're sharing your personal information on the web. That includes your address and your photos. And if you decide to meet someone in person for the first time, do it in a public setting. Agreeing to meet someone in private for the first time can be unsafe. And if you're skeptical, try to do a reverse image search on Google before meeting. Now, if you do decide to meet, officials say make sure you tell someone that you love and know exactly where you're going to be and what time you'll be back. Officials say those who refuse to do a phone chat or a video call with you before meeting is very suspicious.
From Storm Tracker 6, this is Weather on the Sixes, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple